My name is Rodney Allen, and I'm 67 years old. I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina, but I grew up in New York City. I had 3 sisters and 3 brothers. I was the oldest, so I always had to set the example. But my father and myself, we had problems. Things that got bad, and before things went from verbal to physical, I just moved out. When I was 17. In 1979, my mother developed breast cancer. Really hurt me. And she died in 81. I didn't care about a lot of things after that. I needed something to make me feel better because I was so down and so depressed and everything. So, I got involved with cocaine and hanging out with the wrong people, and, that just changed my whole personality, my whole life. My life began to spiral. Eventually, I ended up becoming homeless in Madison Square Park. Until you step outside on a park bench, the thing that you took for granted when you had an apartment, you don't realize until you have been there. The greatest fear was, after 2 years, that will I get out of this predicament? And the other fear was that when I went to sleep, will I wake up again? So I have only one child, one daughter. I didn't tell my daughter I was homeless because I was embarrassed. It's just that simple. When she found out, she was very upset with me. Dad, I have my own apartment, why did you tell me? And I'm there for you, and they actually brought us closer together. That was the loneliest time in my life. My self-esteem was very, very low. It was an all-time low, to be honest with you. If there's a God, how did I end up like this? Bob Moore, he would come to the park because he worked for the Midnight Run. That's where you deliver clothes to the homeless. One day he came out of nowhere and said, how are you? I said, how am I? First of all, I'm homeless, I don't have a job, I'm starving, I have no money. Plus, I don't even know who you are. What do you mean, how am I, One day he said to me, he said, I'm going to invite you up to All Angels Church to the 5 p.m. service. So, well, I don't know if I'm ready to go to church, So he said, Rodney, after the 5 p.m. service, we have a community meal so where you can have dinner, you can eat. First time I came here, I just felt I should have been going to church before I had this problem, before I became homeless. When I came back like the second and third time, I just started feeling a little bit better about myself. No matter how messed up my mind was from the drugs and everything, I still believed in Jesus Christ. I felt safe. I knew that every Sunday that I can always come to the church, and it just gave me a great feeling. More hope than I've had in like 15 years, My journey coming to Christ was mentored by one of the pastors at All Angels Church. He said, Rodney, you just have to work at it and just got to have faith. And he would mention faith every single Sunday. Even when everything seemed like it's the darkest part of your life, you have to have faith. My relationship with God is at its strongest. I just feel the presence, especially when I come into the church. 2008, I started working here. That was like the stepping stone of getting my life back together again. I eventually got an apartment in 2009. I'm part of the ops team. We have the Pathways Drop-In program to help the homeless if they need showers, if they need medical care, whatever has to be done from set up an events to security. I am the first person here on the Sunday morning. My favorite part of Sunday is getting to meet and greet people. All Angels feels like family. Now, my daughter, besides being father and daughter, we're like friends. Always has a smile on her face. She's a positive person, always thinking positive. She inspired me just by being her. She has 2 kids, so the life she wanted to live, she's living it right now. I just thank God that I'm still here on this earth. I serve God by loving his people at this church and giving back to the church and giving back to the same people who I walked in their shoes years ago. No, I've came a long way. Yes, I'm proud of that. I'm just happy that I believed in God and God believed in me, and that's one of the reasons I'm still here now. Faith is real. God is real.